G'day and welcome back to another pro analysis video where I analyze what the best players in the world are doing and break down those ideas for you guys so that you can use them in your own ranked games. No matter what rank you are, there's going to be something valuable here for you. Today we're looking at another map in the RedBull Homeground Grand Final, and we're going to be breaking down how 100 Thieves position themselves in their post plants. There's a lot of really nice little details here to play post plants in a really optimal sense. So I'm really excited to share that with you. Let's jump straight into it. Okay, so we're going to be starting off with round 4 here, and 100 Thieves go on a little run of 3 round wins in a row, which all end up in post plant scenarios. And the way that they position themselves gives them a really great chance for success against Cloud9. And I think they just play the map a little bit more optimally in that post plant. So I'm not going to go too much into the specific things on bind because it is rotating out of the map pool for next year. And I think one of the reasons why is that you can see that the meta on bind has become very, very stale. Almost every team is running Brimstone, Viper, Raze, and Sky, and then some teams are running Chamber, some teams are running Fade. That's generally what you're seeing on bind. And so I think there'll be reworks to shake up that meta and make it so there's not some clear best agents as a lot of teams are viewing it. So we have a really nice little default here from 100 Thieves. They get long control with the Trailblazer, and they're very wary of this judge that Vanity has here in Hookah. And you can see that they've got this control just outside of Garden, which allows them to hit the teleport if they want to. And they've positioned Raze here just outside of Showers to maintain control of this area, which allows them to actually hit the TP. We're going to see Cryo just looking to capitalize on any misstep from Vanity, any early aggression that he might pull out. And then we can see this grouping now towards B. They've decided that they are going to go B. And Stella's come up B long, so we have 3 players here. Arsena's rotating over right now. They're just waiting for him to get here. Gets re-smoked by Cloud9, and the flash comes out. Bit of a whiff there from Zeppa. The flash gets Zelsis, so he's unable to trade him immediately, and a nice shot from Bang, really. And then we get this delayed trade, the smoke isolating Bang, who's left alone on site. But then you can see the way that 100 Thieves just regroup and get themselves back into pushing on site. They all walk out together, and now C9's fights are quite isolated. Zelsis is all the way backside. Vanity pushes forward with the judge, unable to capitalize and doesn't stick to this position that he was holding. And you can see in the final round, Bang plays this same sort of position a lot differently and gets more value out of it. He did have a different gun, obviously, but because he pushes out, that gives Cryo the means to push through. Asuna gets that kill anyway, and then spams come through, and you can see the clock's ticking down, right? It's 10 seconds left. So Zelsis is just trying to tag up any of these guys that might have the spike and just cause a time win. But I think it's not quite low enough time for him to be able to solo play doing that. Leaf swings out individually, and now we have this 3-1 situation for Ye. This is very clutchable though. You can see Arsena's really, really low, and Stella is quite low now as well. And so this is very, very winnable, but the positioning of 100 Thieves is really, really nice here. They recognize where they are weak. You know, they have Arsena, Stella, and Cryo, and they need to, and knowing where Ye is, they're able to create a fight which is in their advantage. So you can see that Stella's just going to be jiggling this little angle right here, and he's just going to try and bait Ye's crosshair. Cryo's now on top up here, just watching in case Ye's walked out here into the pit. So this is a really strong angle for Cryo, and Arsena's ready to swing. The jiggle comes out, and then straight away Arsena swings. Cryo's ready to swing here as well, and it's just a really nice way to clutch out that round. You know, it's not the typical way that you would see a 3v1 played in that Vipers bit, but look at the health of all of these players. They needed to force a fight where they could all take the fight together and all at once and force Ye to hit some crazy triple transfer. rather than giving Ye the position, the timing and the position to walk around and potentially pick them off because they are so low. All right, so this is a really nice round from 100 Thieves here as well. This is round 5, directly after the round that we just watched, which was round 4. And we're going to have this slow default here again, just looking for any early aggression and looking to punish it. Eco here for C9, and I think they just play this a little bit too safe. They can't take that fight with Cryo, so Leaf is just trying to bait the crosshair. Jump peaks, and then we get the double swing, and Ye hits the chamber diff. And then at the same time, you might have missed it, but the Sky ult has just come out from Derek, sorry. And you can see it's tracked all the way through here. The other two have gone this way, and they can see that B site is completely free. So within 120 and them all being here at 120, within 20 seconds, they have spiked down on B site, and none of C9 are on the site. You're going to see they're all going to try and push and flood out together. And the positioning here of 100 Thieves is really, really important. So this is the sort of the main idea that I want to talk about. We have this post-plant position. We have a really strong post-plant team here for needs. The Molly comes down from Stella. They flash out to stop any, aggression through here as well and just sort of freeze everyone on site. The Brimstone ultimate comes down as well. Raze is now watching the flank for the second person to come through. So Bang now has no utility left to help in the post plant. So he's going to go forward. Both of these two here in long also have no utility left for the post plant. It's gunfighting time now. And Arsena's the one playing back. As the duelist, as the Raze, he has the most potential to stall out, and his utility is the most important. So he plays the safest. You can see Bang starts pushing forward here into the smoke, gives his life away, or ready to give his life away. And all of the other teammates push forward. Arsena comes in after them, has the statuals to stall, doesn't end up needing to use the ultimate, but then he does use his nade and his satchels. Ye ends up walking back in here to die to the spike, looking for any last minute kills, gets his ultimate point. But yeah, it's just a really interesting thing. It's in post plant to check what util that you have to actually help with that post plant. And in that moment, the Raze util was the stuff that was still the most valuable. So Arsena played back and played for that last man out, and all of the other teammates on 100 Thieves were the ones that ran in after using their util and took those gunfights. So now we jump into round 6, and we have pretty much a full buy for Cloud9. We do have the Chamber Ultimate as the 5th gun here for Ye. And we can see the same sort of default, a little bit different positionings for 100 Thieves here. They've gone back to this wall to create the pressure through lamps. I think there is a slightly better variation of this wall, but we're not going to go through that right now. They take the showers control, and look at where Bang has smoked here. He smokes, the second one's just come down now. Smokes really deep in sight. And normally you would see the Brimstone smokes come in here, and you create like this mini section to fight with. But because Arsena was able to save the Raze ult from last round, he's able to fire that into backside off of a single satchel as well. And they're able to fight for the whole space on site rather than just the front space to begin with. The nades come out as well, and then C9 are forced to go all the way back. They walk out of showers, 100 Thieves, they get the plant down. And then we do get a nice little start here of this retake for C9. But as you can see, look at this. Raze now is in a different position to last round. I want you to look at Arsena's util. All of it gone already. So Raze is playing forward. Chamber is also playing forward as well because he's got the TP potential, and also he has no util that's going to help deny a defuse. We have Derek here trying to play off of the trip. Just if there's any flank that comes out, he's going to be able to swing and try and get a kill here. And then we have both of the controllers that have the mollies to stall. They're playing right back, ready to send that off. So we have a very forward position here. We're going to try and stall and fall back. Arsena swings a little bit wide, exposing himself to 2 angles. Leaf picks up his first of 4 for the round. Zelsis comes in, a great blind there from Derek. Perfect timing, reaction to the ultimate. And Zelsis has to just fire it out because he might be about to be traded out in his eyes, and completely whiffs on it. But that was from the pressure from Zelsis. And now you can see Stella should have just shot here. He should trust that he knows this lineup for the spike, or at least be ping spamming it. He doesn't need to swing out here, although he does stop the defuse. I would at least be spamming it a little bit first, then swinging out. Yay gets caught out, but Leaf is able to trade him from Heaven. And then we have this really interesting fight happening in short here. So Bangs, they've been smoked off in this little one-way type thing. We have a forward push here because Zeppa's thinking here, I want to take advantage of this. They might be trying to spam the spike. We want to take as much space as possible because we're trying to defuse. We're trying to stick the defuse, and you can see they get close. So he's trying to force, he's sort of giving his life away to try and gain the time needed for the defuse. Bang hits a really nice shot, and now the smoke's down. And so Derek and Bang actually switch positions here, and Derek starts jiggling, and that gives Bang enough time so they can play this high-low setup. There's a molly currently on spike, which stops Leaf from swinging. Kind of. He does swing, but he just is standing in the middle of a brim molly, loses sight of what he actually needed to do. I'm not sure exactly how much time was left on the clock, but you can see the positioning and the timings of what 100 Thieves are doing in these post plants. Everything's like drilled out to a T. The mollies come down and then we swing. The people who have used all of their utility, they play forward, they take the first gunfights. And that's how they're able to just stall out all of this time over and over and over again. And the last post plant that we're going to look at today is this round 9 with the Viper's Pit. You can see they do a standard sort of execute with the mollies and nade and everything coming out. They just want to get the Viper's Pit out. They're going to plant in a non-default position so that they avoid getting spammed down by the spike. You see Zelsis trying to do that. You see they have a good advantage here as well. It's 4v4 against this Viper's Pit. But one thing that 100 Thieves has going for them is they have 1, 2, 3 Phantoms. So they're able to just have a massive advantage in this spam war. Zeppa's got a Vandal. Ye's got an Op, so obviously he's not going to be able to spam with that, but I mean, they're running the Op. You can't fault them for that, obviously. Zelsis has a Phantom, but Vanity has a Vandal as well. So in terms of just the amount of smokes that are going down on this map, I think 100 Thieves has a better idea of the advantage that the Phantom's going to be bringing, because it's just heaps of smokes, right? There's a lot of spamming that's going to be happening. They just have an advantage here. Stella gets Vanity with that headshot. A couple of op shots come through. Zelsis is going to be spamming. And look at this positioning. You can see this is very different to the last Viper's Pit that we looked at earlier in the round. We have this Bangs ready here to launch his molly lineup. And then we have the backside of the Viper's Pit covered by Arsena and Cryo. They're just watching to make sure that nothing comes into the back of Stella. And he just gets to look and take these massive advantage fights. He's right up against the back wall of his ultimate. They have to walk in. By the time they see him, they're going to be one tap. And you can see that because Zeppa walks in. Down he goes. And now time's ticking down. He knows that he can get more aggressive because they have the molly lineup ready. So they make sure that everything's cleared out and that they can back away. There's going to be no ninja defuse. Yeah, just another great example of positioning really well as a team, leaning into the strengths of your situation and covering the weaknesses at the same time. All right, for those who watched this series, would probably be pretty upset. I'd probably be crucified if I didn't include this round here where Bang just kind of goes crazy to close out the match. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing map 2 tomorrow. May as well finish out the series of all 3 maps. So looking forward to that. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you guys around.